Hello everyone, welcome to TIC Exams Learning Channel. In this video, we are going to learn about KS 2020 mental ability questions. So we will solve these questions in our video. Here goes the first question. If the product of two numbers is 47,915 and their HCF is 37, then their sum is what? That is the question mark. We know that we already know that there is a method to solve this. How? What is it? Product of numbers is equal to LCM into HCM. Okay. So we already know this. Okay. So now, what is the value we have got here? They have given us the product of two numbers, right? So that is 47,915. This is what they have given already. Now, we know HCF is equal to 37. So HCF is 37. Now we have to calculate the next one, the values. We will assume two numbers using this, that is 37x into 37y. This should give us the value 47,915, where x and y are co-primes. Okay. So now we will multiply 37 into 37. So 37 into 37, then into x into y. This will give us 47,900. This is what we should get. Now 37 into 37, we get 1,369 into x into y is equal to 47,950. Now, if you observe carefully, the unit digit in this number is 9 and the unit digit here is 5, which means if we multiply a number with this number, we should get the number as 5, which means this xy number should end with unit digit 5, which gives us the options like 15, 25, 35, 45 and so on. So we should get these two numbers such that the last digit, that is the unit digit, should be 5. So let us try to see which option we might have to use. If we try with the first one, 1,369 into 50, the value we get will be very less. If we try the second one also, the value will be very less. If we try with this 45, 4 into 13, if you observe, the starting number itself will be 52,000. So that will be higher. So let us get with this one. So 1369 into, instead of xy, if we take 35, we get 47,915. So this is the value we get here. Okay. So now that we got to know xy means 35, let us try to understand what this xy can be. Okay. So we know x into y is equal to 35. So what are these numbers? What is x? What is y? Okay. So to get 35, we get it in two ways. One way is to have 1 into 35 is equal to 35, or 7 into 5 is equal to 35. Okay. So now that they have also told the product should be how much? 47,915 they have told. And now we got it here, x into y as 35. Now suppose we get this one as 35 here. Now if I take these numbers, that is, if I take 13,069 and into just okay. Okay. Then their sum is. Now the question here we need to solve finally is, what is their sum? Suppose if we assume these numbers, let us assume the first option, that is 1 into 35. So if we get 1 into 35, the first number should be 37 into x, the next number should be 37 into y. Okay. So now what happens here? 37 into x. X means if I take 1, it will be 1 plus then the next number is 35. So 37 into 36. If we observe these digits, the 10th digit, 3 into 3, we will get more than 900. Okay. But when we see the options, we have all the options less than 900, which means we don't need to use this option. We don't need to even try and check what is the value. Instead, what we will do, we will go with the next option. So we will go with this option, 37 into 7 plus 5. We'll try this 7 plus 5. So 37 into 12. So 37 into 12 will give us 444, which is the option 2. That is, answer is 444. That is the final answer we got here. Okay. Yeah, we go here. Let's move to the next question. Just a minute. Yeah. Now, the next question is about the clocks. Here, the question is at what time between 3 and 4 o'clock will be the hands of a watch? Will the hands of a watch point in opposite directions? So, suppose there is a clock, there is an hour hand, and there is a minute hand. If they have to show it in the opposite direction, if they have to point in the opposite direction, the total angle should be 180 degree. Okay. So now we will use a formula here, which is a simple straightforward formula. A is equal to 30h minus 11 by 2 m. What do we mean by this? A means angle. A is angle. H is R, and m is minutes. That is, how many minutes past 3 is what we will. So we are going to calculate m here. Okay. So let us use A now. In this case, the angle is 180 degree. Since this time is between 3 and 4 o'clock, so it comes in the first half of the clock. So we will take it as minus 180. So angle A is minus 180 is equal to 30 into H means this time. The first one, that is 3 o'clock. So H is 3 minus 11 by 2 into m. So we'll take it this way. Now next what we'll do, this is minus 180 is equal to 30 into 3 is 90, again minus by 2 m. So we will bring this 90 on this side. It will become minus 180 minus 90 is equal to minus 11 by 2 m. So here we get minus 270 is equal to minus 11 by 2 m. Now the negative signs get cancelled. If we get this onto this side, it will be 2 into 270 divided by 11, that is equal to m, or we can say m is equal to, this 2 into 270 is 540. 540 by 11. So now when we divide 540 by 11, suppose we divide 540 by 11, we get 11 4s are 44. We get 9 here. Yes, we get 10 here. Sorry. Okay. So now how much do we get here? So 11 4s are 44. Then we have 1 0 here. Okay. Then we will take, since it is 0 is there, we will take one more 0 here. So we get here total 100. So 11 9s are 99. So we get one remainder. Okay. So now since we divided this, we got these values. This is 49 11 by 1. So the answer is 49 11 by 1 minutes past 3. At this time between 3 and 4 o'clock, the hands of both clock, that is minute hand as well as hour hand, will be in the opposite direction. Now let us look at the next question. In this question, a meeting is scheduled at 11 a.m. and a person P, who is at a distance of 100 km from the meeting place, has to attend. If P starts at 9:45 a.m. in his car, which moves with a speed of 60 km per hour, then P is late to the meeting by how many minutes? Don't worry, the question looks little bit lengthier. There are a lot many things, but it's very simple. Okay, we have to just use our common sense to solve this question. No need to go into too much of mathematical formula. So let us observe what is the distance to be covered. Distance is 100 kilometers. What is the speed? 60 kilometer per hour. So we know that if a person is traveling at 60 kilometers per hour, in 1 hour he can cover 60 kilometers. Which means to cover 100 kilometers, he needs a time of how much? 100 minutes, right? Okay. Now, let us see here what is happening here. Now, he starts at 9:45 a.m. He starts at 9:45 a.m. So, but the meeting starts at 11 o'clock. So, what happens? He is starting at 9:45 a.m. So, in 1 hour, that is by 10:45 a.m., he will reach this 60 kilometers. So, he has reached already 60 kilometers. That 60 time, that time is already spent here. Okay. Now, remaining this time now, 40 minutes he has to spend now. If you observe carefully, here 10:45 he has reached at 60. Now, by 11 o'clock, he will reach another 15 here. He will reach another 15 kilometers by 11 o'clock. Then, 11:25, he needs 25 more. Okay. So, by 25 more, that is 60 in first 1 hour, 15 in next 15 minutes. Then he need another 25 minutes. Okay. Which means he will reach the place by 11:25. So, he will reach the place by 11:25. But the meeting starts at 11 o'clock. Which means he is late to the meeting by 25 minutes. Okay. So this is how we can solve the question in a simple manner. So let us look at the next question. A student who scored 30% marks in the first paper of physics out of 180 marks has to get an overall score of at least 50% in 2 papers. Now, the second paper is of marks 150. So let us try to understand this question. A student has scored 30% marks in the first paper out of 180 marks. So first we will calculate that 30% of 180. So 30 by 100 into 180, which will give us 0 gets cancelled, which will give us 54. It means he has scored 54 marks in the first paper. 54 marks in the first paper he has scored. Okay. Now, he has to get an overall score of at least 50% in the 2 papers. So, in the 2 papers, he has to get 50%. Second paper is of 150 marks, it is told. So, first paper, that is paper 1, was of 180 marks. Paper 2 is of 150 marks. Okay. So, the total marks is 330. Now, he has to score at least 50% in 2 papers. So, 50% of 330. 50%, 50 by 100 into 330 gives us 165. How? 0 gets cancelled, 0 gets cancelled. We get 165, or 50% means directly you can straight away do the half of it. That's it. 330, 50% means half of it. So 330 by 2 directly you can do this way. 50% whenever you get 330 by 2 straight away. That will give us 165. So he has to score 165 marks total. He has already scored 54. So when we say this 165 minus 54, he has to score 111 marks more. So what is remaining paper? The remaining paper is for 150 marks. So of that 150 marks, he has to score 111. So 111 divided by 150 marks into 100 will give us 74%. When you solve this, it means he has to score at least 74% in the second paper so that he can clear the both the papers taking 50% marks. Yeah. 36 vehicles are parked in a parking area in a single row. 36 vehicles. Okay. After the first car, there is one scooter. After the second car, there are two scooters, and so on. Work out the number of scooters in the second half of the row. Second half of the row, they say. Okay. So let us see. Single row they are telling. Suppose let us imagine this is a row. So here we have to get 36 vehicles. Okay. Let us assume we have half of it. This one now. Let us try to understand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, then again 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 34, 33, 34, 35, 36. Okay. So now let us write down the numbers here. So for example, what they are telling, the logic here is that after the first car, there is one scooter. Okay, so that's what they say. So we'll write that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 here. Okay, so on. Okay, now let us see. After the first car, there is one scooter. So after the first car, there is one scooter. After the second car, there are two scooters. After the second car, there are two scooters, and so on. It means after the third car, there will be three scooters. So after the third car, 1, 2, 3 scooters. After the fourth car, there will be four scooters. 1, 2, 3, 4. After the fourth car is over, now after the fifth car. After the fifth car, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now after the sixth car, there will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. After the seventh car, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and so on. So total we have 36 vehicles. Out of that, we have written in this order. So now the question is, work out the number of scooters in the second half of the row. So in the second half of the row, if you go, we have got here 2 plus 6, 8, 8 plus 7, 15. So we get 15 scooters in the second half of the row. So option 3 is the right answer. Okay. So I hope this video was helpful to you. Thank you so much for watching this video.